You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
She's just learning the Snapchat, I think.
Yeah, she looks confused.
No, why y'all gotta tell people? No, I've been, yeah.
Eve, ladies and gentlemen.
What up?
Eve.
Good morning, or afternoon.
morning.
I don't know what time it is. I'm tired.
No,
I'm so tired.
You tired? Where you been? You just got
I just
in?
came back from LA. Yeah, I was doing press in LA for the movie, and then we literally just landed, like, last night. So
Now, Barbershop 3, I heard that you was a bit reluctant to do it.
I was, because I was like, why are we doing another Barbershop 3? Until I talked to the producer and I read the script and I fell in love with it. Like, once I found out also the new people that were coming, I fell in love with it. It was a no-brainer.
Did you have, like, conditions upon your return? Like, look, I need her to get her own shop.
No. Honestly, I swear to God, I didn't. You know what it was? I waited to read because obviously it's been so many years. Like, if Terry would have been still in a whack position, a horrible position, then I wouldn't have wanted to do it.
Right.
But her evolution is real, so it's really nice.
Why did it take so long to do another Barbershop?
I heard Cube say, it was just the script, honestly. And he didn't want to do something just to do it. Like, this Barbershop, honestly, out of all of them, I think it's so relevant and it hits home so much with a lot of things that are going on in the world. In Chicago, even on Instagram, like, it's talking about so many things. It's just, I think he thought it was perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
How were you and Nicki Minaj working with each other?
It was good, actually, honestly, because you never know.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Females
Especially
together.
Women can
females
be
together.
catty. Yeah.
Women can be
Rappers,
catty.
yeah.
Like, and honestly, she was so sweet. She was really cool. Like, she was very professional. Like, she kills it in the movie. Like, it was nice. It was really nice to see her in a different light.
I'm sure you've been an inspiration to Nikki in some way, shape, or form. I mean, especially because your portfolio is very diverse. The sitcoms, the movies, those are lanes she jumping in. I'm
But
sure
I don't
she
really
had
know
fun.
definitely.
her music was crossover. It just wasn't hood music. Her music crossed over and was pop as well. Same as Nicki's.
No, she did a good job. She did a great job, actually. It's really good. Yeah.
Did y'all record any records?
No, we didn't record any.
Did y'all talk about recording any records?
No, we didn't talk about it either.
No music, don't talk music talk?
No, we didn't talk about it.
What are two rappers doing on set just talking about movie
You know how
stuff?
many rappers is in this movie? We ain't had time
Nicki,
to just
Common,
be Tiger, Cube.
Tiger, yeah.
Tiger's a rapper. Stop it. Stop it, man.
Yo,
Stop
he
it.
does really good in the movie too, though. He does really, really good.
What does he play in the movie?
You have to see it. He plays a surprising role, honestly.
Is he a barber? I thought he was just
Nah,
getting
he's
cut.
not a barber.
Really?
He's not a barber. Nah. He plays a dope role, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, to a lot of women, you are living the dream. You know, you've had a successful career, then you married this billionaire.
He's not a billionaire.
Well,
Y'all need to stop reading the
pretty damn
internet.
close, then.
Multi-million.
Stop reading the internet. No.
100 millionaire.
They said he's pretty close.
He is very comfortable.
That's what rich people say when they he's very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
No, he's good. Listen. No, it's not, but it's not about that.
But you don't have to work if you don't want to.
No, that's true. Knock on wood. Like, but not because of him. Like, I set up my own life before I got with him. But yeah, no,
How was marriage life?
it's good.
You like it?
I like
It's
it.
like constant checking in, constant
And you
together.
know what? It's definitely different. I'm a very independent.
No more
very-
independency when you're married.
Well, you know what?
Everything is shared.
When we have arguments, it's usually when I've been drinking. And if no, I'm being serious. And I forget that I can't just leave the house. Like, you can't
you
just
just
be
be
like,
like,
I'm
I'm
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, I forget I had those moments and I wake up in the morning like, hey, baby. Like, that kind of stuff, making up the next day is crazy.
I'm sure y'all got a mansion. It's like, I'm going to the West Wing.
No, it's not. But even that, it's like, you can't. It's still awkward in the morning. It's still awkward. Like, I don't know.
What's the dumbest thing y'all argued about?
It's me, though. Nah, it's him, too. But I don't know. Silly stuff. It's real silly stuff. Okay. Silly stuff. I don't know. Like, because he's British. Like, he's still white and he's still British.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
still a difference between, it's like hair. Like, I take too long on my hair. Like, but he's never been with anybody who takes too long on their hair. Like,
He never been with a black woman then.
never been with a black girl. No, he thought it was me. Like, seriously, he was like, you're the only person that's like that. You're high maintenance. I'm like, I'm not high maintenance. Like, but he doesn't know. Like,
Right.
I'm like, this is part of the whole situation.
You ever have to explain things to him like the Black Lives Matter movement? Like, he was like, what is
We
this?
talk about it. We talk about it, but you know what's fun? It's because I also have white friends as well, and they see things that's happening. But obviously, if you're not in it, if you're not black, it's not something that it doesn't touch you in the same way.
Yeah.
So you still have to have a conversation about it. And
Right.
and what's crazy is that they, even if they see things happening, it's kind of like, wow, is it really still that bad? You know what I mean? Like it is a crazy conversation to have.
And then you got to explain it. You're from Philly, so you've seen it growing up all your life.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You kind of got to check hubby a little. What you mean is it still that bad?
No, but he does. It's not in a way that he says it that is an ignorant. It's in a way that he never had to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's never had to see it. I still get all kinds of stuff, especially being overseas. Like if people don't know who I am, they still like, oh, who's this black girl? Like who are you? What are you doing here? Like so. Yeah.
I wondered about that because, like, in the circles he's in, like, when you come in the room, do they ever have, like, he's married to a black girl type
yeah. Plus, I'm the black girl rapper. Like, it's not just like,
you're black.
Yeah.
You're really black, Steve.
Like, Philly rapper,
yes.
black.
Pitbull in a skirt.
Like, there be times where people just be like, they don't have no clue how to talk to me or what to talk to me about. But by the end of it, because, you know, it's just titles.
So what do they say? Like, do you watch Empire? I love Cookie.
No. Yes, a lot of times. Sometimes, actually. Yeah, people love Empire everywhere. No, but I had one person came up to me, like, she didn't know anything. She just couldn't say anything to me, but, oh, we love Tupac. We do. And I was like, okay, cool. But, yeah, nah.
Now, go ahead.
Now, did DMX bring you to Rough Riders? Because he said in an interview recently that he was the one that found you and brought you to.
Yeah, kind of. So basically, when I met X, I was still signed to Aftermath, and I was like 18, right? And I was working with this producer who was like, "Yo, you need to hit this new dude, DMX. Like he's so dope. He's coming out to LA. You should meet him." I was like, "All right, cool, whatever." So I met him, and every time like X and Rough Riders would come out to LA, I wound up hanging out with Rough Riders. Right. So, and he kind of, introduced me to everybody like, yo, this is, you know, Eve, she raps or whatever. So afterwards, after I got dropped, you know, he brought me up again and it all came back around.
And how did you get signed to Dr. Dre? How did you get signed to Aftermath? Did he personally hear you or?
Nah, his Mike Lynn was like his right-hand man. And these dudes who was like my homeboy managers at the time invited me over to the house and was like, yo, you should rap for this dude. Like he's, you know, he got Dre's ear or whatever. And I was like, okay. And I did, and he called Dre right there. Like I rapped for him, and I told this story a bunch of times. Like he thought I was dropping off weed, so he definitely was like, why is she rapping? Like,
why is the weed girl
why
rapping?
is the weed girl rapping? Like so, but he called Dre right there, and I was in LA that next weekend, like signed. So yeah.
You talking about the interview with Nori?
Yes.
Oh, it was another good story about you in the interview. Jadakiss said that y'all was somewhere, and Mike Tyson walked up to you and goes, "I'm gonna out of you, Eve." Eve,
I was to death. I was like, I turned around and was like, I'm only 17 years old. Like I was scared to death, and that was right after he had bit homeboy. Like it was, I was so scared. I will never forget that.
And he said, Jada said they told you like Eve, just eat that one.
No,
okay?
and I was like, nobody's coming here. Nobody was
one.
coming at Mike. Like it was like, I was like, okay.
How did you get out of that one?
I just kept walking fast. Just walk fast.
Now, why didn't Michael Ealy come back for this one? That was your boo, Ricky, your boo.
I know. You know what? I don't honestly know the inner workings of what happened. But I have to say, not in a bad way. You miss him because you know he was in it, but you don't miss him. Like it's not. You don't feel like he got kicked out of the movie. Like you don't feel like he got kicked out of the story. So
do they explain his absence?
Ish. But you don't feel like they do it. They do it in a way like flashback wise, where you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
They should have just killed him. It's Chicago.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying
That's horrible.
That would have made sense.
It would have made sense.
Listen, we do talk about violence, but it's done in a very good way. Don't be killing people.
The last time they were mad at Cedric the Entertainer for making a Martin Luther King joke.
Yeah.
Any jokes like that?
That was the first movie.
Yeah, that was the first one. Any crazy jokes like that on this one?
There's lots of crazy jokes.
So
like
people
even
are gonna be mad again.
Oh yeah, even at the premiere just last week, Cube said before the movie, like, I apologize now to the stars who are mentioned in this movie. Like, but you know how it is, Barbershop. And yeah, people get, it's funny though. It's
Who
really
caught it
funny.
the worst?
Who caught it the worst? I don't know. They come at so many people. It's not.
Do you come at people? Do Nikki come at people too or nah?
No,
Okay.
it's the way that it's more said. They put
More
it back on. Yeah,
they
they put it on the comedians more than anything else. I mean, Cube does say certain things, but nah, like they kept us out of it. Like we don't really come at people like that.
Because it could affect y'all relationships in
I
the
think so. And
industry.
you know how some people, even if it's a movie, it's still like, oh, why would you even say that? Like whatever. So, yeah.
Now you've had movies, the sitcoms, platinum albums. Why doesn't Eve get that respect for her career accomplishments? I saw people discussing this on Twitter.
Right.
Like maybe a week ago. It was like, people act like Eve didn't do this and do that.
I don't think about it. I don't think about it. Like I appreciate the people who go hard for me. Like I really do. Like, but I personally don't think about it. You know, I think for me it's just I'm always trying to better myself and do better things and bigger things. And but I do appreciate people going hard for me.
Because even when you have the conversations, they'd be like, Latifah, Light,
right,
Lauryn Hill. And then somebody be like, but what about Eve? And they're like, oh yeah, Eve too.
I know.
Lil' Kim, Fox. You know what I'm saying? It's just like people
know.
forget about Eve.
I don't know why they be forgetting about me. I don't know, you know, but at the same time, I do feel like the people who do follow me and the love that I do get, I never felt forgotten. So,
right.
You know, but I don't think about it.
Last time you came up here, I think you released an independent album.
Yeah.
And you were traveling, you were pushing that album.
Yeah.
How did you like the independent
Working hard when you ain't got to.
Working hard. No, but you know what? I like to work hard. Like for me, it was something I had to do personally, as a person, but also as an artist. I'm happy I did it. It's the hardest work I've ever done. Being independent is hard, but yeah, you know, I'm about to start working on music again.
Independent as well?
Independent, but in a different way. Not as
You're going to get some help this time.
Not as independent, yeah. Like,
you were doing everything yourself.
I was doing everything
Book
myself.
Call me. Radio interviews, call me. I'm like, she's doing too much.
Nah, but I felt like I needed to because at the time, like, my management wasn't right. Like, it just wasn't right. Like business-wise, it wasn't right. So I felt like I needed to do everything myself.
But album sales and all that don't mean nothing no more.
It don't. It really doesn't. Like, for me, I just want to make good music. Music is my life. It's my first love, and I wouldn't be able to be in the other worlds that I'm in without my music first. So I always feel like I have to respect it.
Does hubby ever tell you to sit down?
Never. He loves it. He's the most like supportive person. And I do the same for him. Like in 2 weeks when I get home, I do gumball. Like we're going on the gumball race again, which is how we met, his 3,000-mile journey, which y'all should do. Y'all need to do it.
I don't know when it is.
They don't let us off that long.
No, but you can do it. Can't you do it? It's like, well, you could fly in like 2 days. You could do a show from there. Like you need to do it.
Y'all the ones with the money. Set it up, Eve. Get the studio right.
We can set it up.
Only time I ever hear about gumball is when you and Bun B come up.
I
know.
That's it.
Because it's in Europe. Usually it's in Europe. Like this year it's from Dublin to Bucharest again. But when it's in the States, it's in the States like every other year.
Now, there's some
Y'all
girls
need to do it.
There's some girls out there want you to give details because they're like, that's where you find your man, Eve.
Okay.
I can find me a good man at Gumball.
I wasn't looking, but ladies, no, I'm kidding.
So you went out there on your own just to...
No, well, I got invited to do it. I didn't even know what it was. I got invited to do it. Puma was a sponsor. So it was me and Idris Elba, actually. Like, he had his own car, and I had a car full of girls, like, let's go on a road trip. And we did it, and we met, and that was it. Yeah. But I've been doing it every year now for... This will be the 6th year now.
And how long is the trip? It's 8 days, right? Or 10
7 days.
7 days?
7 days.
7
yeah.
days.
Did you know you was going to marry him when you met him?
No. I'm not a very, like, lovey-dovey. I knew, though, it was a different, I wanted to know more about him than any other dude ever. Like, I wanted to know how he woke up in the morning and what he ate and, like silly stuff that I could care less about with any other dude ever.
Yeah.
Like,
how was his game when he first met you?
No game, which I love. Like, he wasn't trying to talk to me about this, that, and the other. What he did to me that caught my attention was that he teased me. And usually, like, I have an attitude with people like, yo, you can't talk to me. Like, but then I was like, oh my God. Like, made me have I lost the bass in my voice, and that's when I knew it was like, oh, okay.
I just want you to know that was game he ran on you. No, seriously. It's this book called The Game.
That's not game.
By Neil Strauss.
He wouldn't have read that book. He has no game.
I bet you if you search his library, he got that book.
Wouldn't that be funny, though? Actually, wouldn't that be funny?
In that book, they tell you to do negs.
Now I'm like, oh.
In that book, they tell you to do negs to women. So you walk up to women and you tease them about something subtle, like their earlobes too big, like just something stupid.
No, he didn't put me down. That I know what you're talking about. That's psychology. That's psychology. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So what did he tease you about?
It was more like, I'd be like, oh, I need to go get ready or whatever. And he like, don't you think you're ready? And you need to get. I don't know. It's hard to say it. It's hard to do it. But I know what you're talking about because that is real. Because it makes a girl feel like she has to be like you want approval.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I know what you're talking about.
Ask him if he ever read The Game by Neil Strauss.
He never read it.
If he tells you yes,
he is a nice gentleman. Stop trying to take away my love.
Now, you said you were apprehensive about being a stepmother, right?
Yeah, man.
He has 3 kids, right?
4.
4 kids. Wow.
They grown?
Well, the oldest is 13, 12, 10,
Ooh,
7.
That's that you not my mom age.
Exactly. But I've been in their life almost 7 years.
Okay.
So I think, you know what I'm saying, that help. But yeah, it's hard. Being like drinking, going out, all kinds of stuff. I was thinking about the wrong stuff probably though, like how to drink. And be around kids.
Raising them, how to get their homework. I figure out how to drink around them, man.
No, I mean like, vacation, daytime drinking, like that kind of stuff, which is horrible. But also connecting with them, obviously. But nah, I got lucky. They had cool kids. Like my stepkids are so cool and they're so proud of me. Like they came to the premiere last week and they're so proud of me. Like they're really sweet kids.
Did they know you were a rapper? And
yeah,
big
not
star?
in the beginning. In the beginning, it was kind of like, like he would show them videos and stuff, and then when they got older, they would Google stuff.
Gotcha.
And then once their friends, like teachers, started finding out stuff, like, oh, I know her and stuff like that. Then it was like, oh, you really? Okay.
She's gang affiliated. These double R guys. They throw this sign up.
Not gang. No, but it's good, man. Like and it changed me as a person. Like even like I went home last Christmas, my cousin was like, "You're so much nicer." Not nicer, but just like softer. Like cuz kids will do that. Like,
but how is talking to them now? Because you have to really be a mom.
Yeah.
So it's
well,
not
you
like
know what?
sister girl. It's like
It's hard because I have a stepdad. So our relationship wasn't that close. So for me, it was important that we were close, but I'm obviously not their mom. So I still try to figure out, if they're doing something bad, I definitely stop it. But I still can't. There's stuff I can't do.
Yeah, you can't go too hard with the discipline.
You can't. Like, you really
Right.
can't. But at the same time, I still also want them to be my friend. Like, the oldest girl will tell me, like, she'll tell me and not her dad, like, oh, I have a boyfriend. Which I like, because I
Now
do
what
want that
happens-
information.
Now what happens when that comes around and be like, I have a boyfriend and it's time. Now do you tell Poppy? Like,
No,
do you tell-
I'm calling everybody. There's a family. I don't want to be the one to talk about it. Like, we need to all sit down and make this a village. And which is cool. Like, her mom has been married and moved on. So we all are very cordial with each other and talk about things. So, whew,
Is it
it
a
just made me sweat.
Is it a cultural disconnect because you a hood chick from Philly?
No.
She the hood chick no more, man.
She
No,
was,
I'm from Philly. I'm gonna be from Philly. I'm a hood chick from Philly. I will always be that. But there's nothing wrong with transcending where you come from. Like, you will always be that person. If I couldn't survive in London without being the chick that I am from Philly, period.
Right.
But I think the differences, they like the differences. Like, even down to my skin color. When they were younger, like, looking at what color, talking about, like, how are you born that color? And how am I born this color? Like,
Right.
that kind of stuff is like, it's deeper than just, oh, you're from a different place. It's kind of like, here's this woman in my life. Like, they make me see different things. I make them see different things,
Right.
which is dope.
Do you explain it to them like it's a black penis,
Yeah.
it's a black vagina?
No, I don't explain it to him like that. Here I go, yeah. I don't explain it to him like that.
Black penis, white penis. This guy.
Oh, my God, no.
You ever have to talk to them about privilege though? Because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure as kids they
Oh,
got the
no.
world handed to them. You didn't have that.
But this is the thing. They are very privileged children. Like, they have great lives. So we do talk about that stuff. And but the same way with Max, like, my husband is self-made. So he tells them too, like, listen, I didn't grow up like this. Eve didn't grow up like this. Like, we made these things happen. And regardless of us giving you things, you still have to appreciate the stuff that you have, because kids don't have stuff. But they also are, like, they go to charity things with their mom. They see that I do charity stuff. Their dad does charity stuff. So they have a good perspective.
You should take them to Philly one time.
I want to.
Show 'em
I
the
want to take them
streets,
all
so-
to Philly.
Because you got to teach them how to be street smart.
100%. And that's the
That's
thing
difficult.
that kids don't have when
That-
they
nah,
grow
you
up a
need
certain
that.
way. You don't
you
think
don't
so?
need it though.
When they walking down the
I
street,
don't think,
you know,
okay,
they never
how about
know.
this?
Absolutely
Maybe
they
not
need it.
street smart, but a common sense. There's a common
you
sense
go.
that
Yeah.
comes from having street smarts it's like a flick. And that's something that I think when you grow up a certain way, you don't have it. You don't need it. So I understand that. But I don't know. I can't drop them off either.
Nah,
So
nah,
I don't
just
know.
drop them
Yeah,
off.
just drop 'em
Like,
off
see
in
you
the
in an
hood.
hour.
Teach them how to bag up.
Figure out how to get back.
Oh no, Philly has changed. You been to Philly?
Philly
recently?
changed a lot. I was there last Christmas.
15 years ago, Philly looked the worst.
Yeah.
Like, I wish
No,
I'd have
it's-
bought land in Philly. Now Philly
No, I
looks
know.
amazing.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Good restaurant. You know when the good food start coming in, that's when it's big. Like, when big restaurants start coming in, that's when it's big.
Even
yeah.
the bus stop is totally changed.
Yeah,
It's
everything
crazy.
changed. No, it's really good now. It's really good now.
Now, why London though? You live in London.
Yeah,
Why London, not America?
Because Donald Trump about to be president, so she says she out.
100%.
You got a head
No,
start.
listen, if that happens, oh God, no. But because the kids are there. I don't
Gotcha.
want to take their dad away, and his business is there. And for me, I don't have any kids. So I didn't have any ties to keep me here. So I was like, why not? London, it's not far from here. It's like 5 hours on the flight. Like
I was there last
5,
weekend.
6 hours. Yeah, it's
Literally,
easy.
I was in and out.
It's easy.
How you like London?
I love it.
Better than the States?
Different than the States. Like I miss conveniences. Like I was here. Like I was just saying. Like I just want to go get a green juice. Like I miss little stuff that I know. Like in
Ain't no
LA,
vegetables in London?
it's vegetables, but you know what I mean. Like it's
Stupid,
just. You know what I mean? Like it's just different. Like little convenience stuff. Like I just miss that kind of stuff.
That's your lane to open up some juice bars.
That's true.
Jada and Styles got to open up Juices for Life in London.
True. That's true. Yeah.
Now, have you been in the studio with Swiss and DMX and all them?
No, I haven't seen. Well, I saw Swiss when the last time he was in London, but I haven't seen X or anybody, which I feel like I probably will while I'm here. I think X was just in LA actually.
X in LA, I think.
Yeah, he was just in LA. But yeah, I don't know. We trying to get together.
Yeah.
There's emails and things that happen. We
So
trying to get together.
possibly a Rough Rider album, another one, last one, if possible.
I don't know. I mean, listen, anytime Rough Riders calls me, I'm there, no questions. It's whatever they need, like no problem. So if that's happening, then yeah.
Now, everybody has evolved, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they still on that hood stuff.
Yeah.
Could you still rap about the streets?
I mean, I would have to. I mean, I feel like I never was the one who was rapping about it, like being in it as much as everybody else was, like the dudes was. But I mean, I feel like I can come from a place of being a female, being there, knowing what's happening. I got family still at home. Like it's, not a lot has changed, unfortunately. So yeah.
What do you think about music now? Because you're a lyricist, and sometimes it seems like it's very watered down now.
What are people talking about? Like some of the time, I'm like, for real, you went in the studio and everybody that was in there was like, that's
hot.
That's what that is. Like everybody, not one. Okay, but then at the same time, I think music is cyclical. Like it is in the time that we're in. And
What's that big word you just used?
Cyclical.
What's that mean?
Cycle round and round and round.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You know words. You be acting funny. You be pretending. Stop pretending. I couldn't spell it though. No, I'm kidding.
Now, do you want to have kids of your own?
Yeah, man, I can't wait. Like honestly, whenever whoever's in charge says, like, we're definitely trying.
Max, take the condom off.
I'm sure it's been off.
You said whoever's in charge, take
I'm
the
sure
condom
it's
off.
been off.
He's not in charge. I'm talking about in
Oh,
charge of it
God.
all. Yes.
Oh, okay.
In charge of it all.
Yeah, I rock with him too. He's a good.
I hope you do.
God, he's a great guy.
I hope you do.
I hope you do. Take the condom off.
We appreciate you joining us.
You are
Barbershop.
horrible.
The next cut is in theaters this Friday.
Yes.
And thanks
Go
again
see
for
it.
joining us. We
No,
want to hear some
thank you
more
for
music
having
too,
me, y'all.
man.
I'm coming.
We
I'm
want to hear some more
coming.
music.
No, I'm coming. I'm in a real good place.
So the movie and then what else?
Movie and then more movies and gumball and music and yeah.
All right.
And just let everybody know out there that if you want to join Gumball, you have to own your vehicle because you can't ship your vehicle from the States.
No,
over
you
there
can.
unless you own it. They said you have to own it.
You have to own it, but some people rent cars. You can rent cars in other places. Like it's not impossible. We making this happen. Y'all need to do it.
And most of you rappers renting your cars anyway, so you might as well
We're gonna go over there, right?
Word up.
All right. Well, there you have it. It's Eve. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in